Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Hey, everybody, it's Friday night, time for another Beachcomber store review. With me tonight is Charlotte Moore. Hello, Charlotte. What's happening?
Hello, I'm well.
That's good. All right, we'll hop right in, talk a little bit about the front of your store while people are filtering in. Hi, Mom. Hi, Ann. Hi, Joel. Hi, Joe. What's going on, everybody? So the funny thing was, I noticed your store name and I noticed the art and I liked it. And then when we did our test, you brought it up, and then I really paid attention and I'm like, oh yeah. So you were going down this path of denim and then you decided to change your gears. So yeah, you might want to think about some new artwork.
Yes. Actually, I've been doing eBay for 19 years and I've tried a variety of things. And after finding out about Joy and watching her, I said, oh, I can do that with denim. I love denim. And so that's where indigo blue gold came from. In fact, the gold is the stitching in the indigo color blue pants that Joy told us about.
So yeah, I like the look, but yeah, you kind of pivoted there. So one thing, don't forget when you're doing your artwork, so you've got your banner in your store and your avatar. Don't forget about your avatar just on your eBay ID. You got nothing here, so make sure that you add something there. Picture of you, picture of your kid, your cute dog, your store, whatever it may be. But don't forget your store is one thing and your ID is something separate, because not everyone goes in through your store. So make sure to put something in there. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Linda. Hi, Ann. All right. So seeing how you've been selling so long, I think I can see different waves of, okay, this was probably done in this era, and these are done more recently, because there's some things that it's not uniform. So some things you do in some listings you don't do in others. So that's my guess. Okay, so my first question to you is, do you wash all the clothing you buy?
I wash some of the clothing. I have a local shop that they wash their own clothing. Other places are so yuck that I do have to wash them.
Okay, but you don't wash everything. So when you write from a non-smoke environment, you might not smoke, but where it was or where it sat might have a little bit of smoke residue. So I never ever put that in, because you're just opening the door to say, you said, because you might not have a fine-tuned nose where others, like, is someone smoking 17 miles away? I can smell them, Yeah. So don't ever set up unreasonable expectations in that regards. And while we're on this jacket, is this a pocket or is this a vent or what is this?
It is a vent. Yeah, that's the back, right? It's a vent.
Okay. And so I had to ask, because it's a great picture of it, but it's nowhere down here. So I'm not exactly sure what it was.
Okay.
So make sure if you have something unique in a jacket or pants or anything, that's an opening or something. Could be a cool little back pocket. I don't know, And then the one thing down here, you said color appears different online than in person. So if what your eye, look out glasses. If what your eye is seeing and what your camera's spitting back out are really that different that you need to write that, you need to either tweak your lighting or your camera as you're taking the picture, or you need to tweak the picture after the fact to make it look a little more like it should be.
Okay.
Now, granted, my monitor, your monitor, my eyes, your eyes, they are all different. But if you're seeing enough of a difference that you're writing that, I would do a little editing or a little better lighting or something. And I'm actually going to show that to you in one of your products down the line here.
Okay.
But people, apparently, Linda likes your store name. So,
Thank you.
All right. Oh, and you don't need the word size. Truly, the only time I think visually appealing, you need the word size if the size is a number. So if you're doing shoes or women's jeans, but spell out the word large, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do that.
All right. On to the next. Okay. So I cannot get a handle on your shipping. Some of it's too low and some of it's too high. So I'm not exactly sure what's happening. Usually when I do store reviews, it's consistent. It's either too high or just right or too low. Yours, I don't understand, because let's look at this shirt. This is a t-shirt that would medium would weigh no more than 10 ounces when packaged in a poly mailer and would only cost about $4 first class.
Right.
So my question is, how is it $7.85 economy shipping?
I don't know.
Because
Generally,
think of it this way too. This could fit in a flat rate priority mailer, which is $6.75.
Yeah.
And so when we go a little bit deeper, you have USPS retail ground. That is super slow. And man, you should never use that really on anything, especially on things that can go first class. I mean, a 10-ounce t-shirt, that's easy peasy. First class, poly mailer, way it goes. Charge like $4.99, $5.99 tops, and you are all good.
Okay. I definitely need to check that because usually I go by the weight.
Yeah, and so I'm going to show you again later on, and I'm going to show you how the difference in price is because I found an item that's a little bit heavier, but still shouldn't be ground. And I didn't even catch this. Good job. That's why I love doing this with a live audience because I don't catch everything. Yeah. So when you're doing measurements, I think the Timberland Jack had it. Make sure you are shipping internationally. So yay. But we are the only fools that use inches. So don't ever make your customer have to go figure it out because, we're 330 million, the rest of the world, 7.3 billion. Those 7.3 billion are all using the metric system. So you're basically telling 7.3 billion, you figure it out. Because when you have, do I have it handy? Most every tape measure, like this one's really skinny, but the centimeters are on one side, inches are on the other. Most, when they're a little bit fatter, top and bottom. So it's no extra work to just type them in because you're already looking at it.
Yeah.
And Linda forgets to do that too. Naughty Linda. All right, so Linda, you're on notice. When I do your store, they all better be there because that's the first thing I am checking. Okay, so also we've talked about this every store review. I highly recommend switching to 60-day returns because no one ever tries to return something on day 58, but it puts you up higher in the search.
Okay, I was gonna get that one because I had 60 days for months. Someone actually wanted to return and waited all 60 days, and I couldn't do anything about it. Then in the end, he did not return it at all. So I said,
okay, so what you're saying is it could have happened, but it really didn't. So why'd you switch it?
In fact, that was really the only time that I've ever had that problem. But prior to you mentioning that about 60 days, I had always had 30 days. But the 60 days, you see that put you up higher in the rating?
Yeah, absolutely. Because when eBay does best match, if there's like 10 people with this t-shirt and you're the only one and you have a reasonable cost and a reasonable shipping, and we're going to get this shipping fixed. But if you're the only one with 60-day return, you'll be at the top or the closest to it, or like one or two. And anybody that has no returns will be at the bottom. 30 days will be under you. So the only person you'd compete with is someone with 60 days, maybe had cheaper shipping or free shipping.
Okay.
But like you said, someone tried to, and then they didn't even send it back. So don't worry about that one fool that once a year, because it will happen. But and international, I can't tell you the last time I've had an international return. And I just got my figures last month. 15% of my sales were international. 15, yeah, 15. And no one's bugging me for any returns internationally. Okay, so I can fully understand why you thought African because of the dark skin. However, the turban and the pointy shoes tell me not African, but Arabian.
Arabian.
Yeah, them pointy shoes are definitely the giveaway. And you said woman, there is no boobs here.
Kind of. She's an A.
No, that's called muscles.
And the two earrings, they look kind of feminine.
No, that's all. Remember Aladdin? They all wore earrings. Yeah, that's definitely Arabian. Definitely. Because here, let's look at some Arabian shoes. Look at them pointy shoes. Yep, that's definitely.
Curly.
You cannot find African pointy shoes because it just ain't a thing. So those shoes definitely tell me. So fix that up. It's definitely a man and definitely not African. Now, I wouldn't be mad if you put African in the item specifics to catch more eyes, but it definitely isn't African. But no one would bust your chops if you had it down there.
Okay.
So that's where you put what it is in the title and what it could be in the item specifics, but we're not keyword spamming. We're not brand spamming. So it's not that, that isn't that bad. I will stretch things, from time to time. I would never be like selling a Gucci purse. I wouldn't say Coach anywhere. That's for damn sure. But things like this, because it could be.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh
my gosh.
I
never thought about that one because I was sure that was a female.
Okay, so one thing I liked about looking through your store was you definitely have paid attention to a lot of the presentations, and you've got this stuff and that stuff, and hey, you got a lot of tiki stuff up there. So of course I'm like, all right, cool, because most people don't have a lot, and I'm like, I don't get to talk about tiki stuff too often. You're my one and only. All right, so a couple things. This mug is sold out, meaning they sold all they were going to ever have. So I would definitely work sold out in the title.
Good. Yeah.
And Hmong Tiki Imports is a little bit different than Hmong Tiki. And since it's Hmong Tiki Imports, make sure that you're upfront and honest. Now, if you can't fit it in the title, go down into the item specifics and put Hmong Tiki Imports for the company.
Okay.
Okay. So Hmong Tiki is handmade in the United States, and Hmong Tiki Imports are mass produced in China.
Oh, okay.
Not a bad thing. It's just let people know, because you don't want to ever be like, oh yeah, I forgot that word. Well, that word changes things quite a bit because now it's not a handmade item in the United States, mass produced in China.
Right. Okay.
Not bad. Just want to be upfront and honest.
Definitely.
Now, the one thing, so we looked at those clothes and you had the measurements nice and like boom, shaboom, shaboom, shaboom. And then I looked at a lot of your listings and it's all one line.
Yeah. And that comes from the title.
Well, like the red glaze inside. So that should be first line and then red glaze inside. Condition is used. Offer declined. So sad. So make sure you're doing, without the actual bullets, make sure you're doing bullet points. Now, get rid of shipped with USPS priority mail because that's there for everyone to read, and you're not shipping priority mail internationally. So basically, you're lying to your international customers.
Right.
So shipping is always going to be right here. You never have to talk about shipping in your description.
Okay.
The description is just for the item. Everything else is in your terms of service, your shipping.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. Teresa's in the chat. Hey, Teresa. Teresa's our brand newest beachcomber. Yay. How are you, Teresa? Thanks for tuning in tonight. Okay, so got a bunch of good questions for the chat. So here we go. Oh, there's my offer decline. So sad. Okay, who can tell me about Dexter? And I know we got to have someone in the chat that knows. I know my wife was feeding our doggy. We were big Dexter fans. Because I'm going to guess, Charlotte, you've never seen Dexter.
Nope, not at all.
Right. That's why you called it a movie and it's a TV show.
Okay.
So that's the first thing. It is a TV show that was on Showtime. Now, a couple things are going on here. Your title's obviously got a lot of space left. Mm-hmm. So anytime when we talked about this where you have musicians, bands, TV shows, movies, okay, pick out something from that you can put in the title. So the main character, Dexter, is played by Michael C. Hall. So I would definitely put that in the title because he is Dexter. Secondly, you're using the background removal tool, which on most things looks fine. But I know this shirt and a few others in your store, someone altered all of them, which is fine. They cut the tops low. They cut the sleeves off. It just doesn't look how it should look because everything got erased around it. Mm-hmm. Because it's going to be this crop top with this cool cut sleeves. And this is the kind of thing I wouldn't do the background removal on.
Oh, okay.
Because it's not giving me the exact proper feel for how this looks and how this hangs.
Okay.
So try to, even if you want to pop in the secret beach, we got this picture already. Try and take a picture without doing the background removal and let's look at it. And I think you all will see what I'm talking about. Now, does the fact that no one said anything means none of you have watched Dexter? Oh my God, such a great show. It's about a serial killer. Weirdly enough, serial killers are huge. So that could be another word in your title. You do have that period after woman, so get rid of that period there.
No.
And then like the word black, you don't really need because it should be down here in your item specifics.
Mhm.
Let's see here. Black, yep. So you don't need that. So we can get things like Michael C. Hall, serial killer, get rid of movie, obviously, TV show. Those are the things that you want in your title. Linda is showing some love for both Hmong Tiki and my mother. Now, I'm going to guess maybe something was left over from another listing because you have pre-owned here. If you look at it, you can definitely tell it has been well loved. You can see that it's got some pill in and there's a little hair right there. Because when you look at your description on this one, new with defects, that ain't new at all.
No. No.
Now, see here, this shirt's going first class. That's great. And that's why it's so weird to me. The price is exactly right because that shirt ain't gonna weigh much. That's why I don't understand what happened to LeBron's t-shirt.
Maybe that's why it hasn't sold.
It could be. But Dexter was a great show. Great show. And if you like serial killers, you'll probably like it. All right. So you were doing good with picking out, you got the eye now for Tiki. However, this is just a general warning to everybody. Yes. Was women's not in the title? Did I know?
Women's was in the title of Dexter.
Yeah. Yes, women's needs to be in the title. We learned that directly from Google at eBay Open last year. They said, if it's clothing, you need women's or men's in the title. That's how we pick it up in search. Okay. So I had to change a lot of my stuff because I didn't do that. Okay. So this is the general warning. Tiki mugs can be worth a lot of money. Yay. But this one is worth nothing to a Tiki collector. This is the mug that was produced for events in the 70s. So the only person that would care about this mug is if it was someone who was from the School of Business Alumni Association and who went to the homecoming in 1972 at Rutgers University. No Tiki collector will buy this. So someone from Rutgers might. So what I want you to do is move Rutgers University homecoming right to the front.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the difference between a Tiki mug that a collector like myself and a person went to Rutgers. The difference. I won't buy this. I would never buy this. But a lot of them were used for sororities and fraternity parties. And I found a few from old folks' homes. I don't know why. Maybe they had luau's at the old folks' homes. But again, the only person who would care about that is if their mom or grandma was there. They happen to see it. They're like, oh, that's where grandma stayed. So just to let you know, no Tiki collector is going to buy this. So highlight the Rutgers part.
Yeah, that's what I expected. Also, it's the year my sister graduated high school. It's not her. She didn't go there, but that 1972 caught my eye.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So love the glasses. They're so cool. Love that you have on the mannequin. But my one question is, what is square in these?
Ooh, another didn't change.
Okay. I'm racking my brain going, is there really something square? Am I losing my mind?
Yeah. No, cut and paste too much.
Okay.
All
right. But good job on using the mannequin. I love when glasses are on the mannequin, and these glasses are so cool. All right. So we talked about extra words in Dexter. Same with The Walking Dead. Spell out is no one's searching that. So get rid of that. And again, so here's a show that's been on forever, and they're about zombies. So zombies for sure should be in your title. And then you just do a quick research like Wikipedia. There's been so many actors, and sometimes the actors are important, like their names, and sometimes it's the characters. Like Negan is a huge character in The Walking Dead. So you want to fill up, because this is a rather plain shirt. So you want to fill up your title with the words that people love Negan, the character, and then people love Andrew. Can I think of his last name? That's his real name. He played the sheriff. And so those are the things you want to put in your title, and even add a few more in your item specifics. Because if people are looking for Negan stuff, they might just walk across your shirt and you're like, I like that. So yeah, so get rid of black and spell out and size, spell out large, LARGE, and then put zombies, and then maybe one of the characters, one of the actors.
Okay.
So those are all those bonus keywords that hopefully someone's going to see and get them excited to buy your shirt. Okay, so again, short title. What are these?
They're dogs.
Right, but what's the bottom line? They're stuffed animals.
Okay.
So plush, even though they're not plush is the term for the category. It doesn't necessarily have to be soft because these aren't really all that soft. But you definitely want to put. I didn't even see what category. Oh yeah, you got them in stuffed animals. So I would definitely put plush. And I didn't know what dog they were going for, so I thought I'd just do some quick research, and they call it a beagle. So you might as well put beagle in your title. This way it might catch people who like beagles.
Okay.
I'm like, it has to be some kind of dog, and they're not specific. Because my first thought was, does he have a name? Does this dog for Victoria's Secret? And he didn't, which they should, because that'd be a good marketing tool. But I did read that it was a beagle. So, just again, bonus keywords.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, funny. I didn't take any notes. Okay. So I am not a huge John Legend fan, but let me clarify that. The human John Legend, I love. I think he's a great guy. I love listening to him. I love watching him. I love his wife. The musician, he is very talented, but he does nothing for me. Like, I never get excited to hear John Legend. So I don't know him as well as other bands that I love. But when I saw this shirt, I'm like, man, this shirt just reads like it's a fake concert shirt to me. And so I did a little bit of digging. Now, if you've not watched it, I do have a webinar in the Secret Beach about how to spot a fake concert shirt. So if anyone's listening, hasn't watched that one, go watch it. All right. So, okay. So I start searching. Oops, I guess I didn't keep that one up there. John Legend 2014 tour t-shirts. Because, of course, you never want to sell fake goods. Okay, so that's you, and you're the only one that has a shirt that looks like that. So now I'm like, okay, I'm really feeling that you have what we call a parking lot t-shirt, because this seems to be a normal one right here, and this seems to be a normal one right here, because we see these kind of over and over and over. Now, the next stop along the journey, I'm like, all right, there are websites that have the tours, older tours, and so when I'm looking at the back of this shirt, let's bring it up here. Why in the world did the spacing change on the last four? That seemed odd to me.
Okay.
So right away, that screamed, okay, something weird's going on here. Now let's back up. The first date is March 26th, Los Angeles. Now we look at this tour. The first date is actually March 20th, San Diego, and March 22nd in San Diego, and March 23rd, San Diego. So that tells me, again, this shirt ain't legit, because why aren't these 3 dates on there? That's part of the tour. But, and for everyone, here's the capper. Are there any misspelled words? I've never seen Las Vegas with the letter M in it.
Yeah.
So for sure, this is a bootleg parking lot shirt. So if John Legend, or more so the company that he works for, the record label, if they came a looking, you would have this pulled, and eBay would slap your wrist.
Yeah.
Now, first slap ain't bad. It's if you happen to have something else that you get slapped right away, that's when there's a problem. Because look, I've been doing this for 20 years. I've listed things that maybe I knew were questionable, and I've listed things that I had no clue were questionable. And so over those 20 years, I've been slapped quite a few times, but never like 2 days in a row or 2 weeks in a row. That's when there's problems, because now they assume you're just a problem.
Right.
When you probably aren't. But anytime, I've pointed out this is obviously fake because of misspellings, get rid of it, because you don't ever want to have that headache.
Okay.
But this is a good source. It's called concertarchives.org. It's a good source to look up tours, and they have quite an extensive selection. So anything in the last 20, 30 years, it'll be there. So you can see the exact tour dates, the exact cities. Sometimes the bootleggers don't really realize that they're calling it Modesto, and they might say, oh, Bay Area. So they didn't know it was supposed to be, so that's another way to tell if it's real or not. So right after I saw the John Legend, I saw this. I'm like, man, that logo just does not look right to me. And you have no pictures of tags. And so if this was a legit New England, it would definitely have an NFL tag or copyright or something. And so here are the logos. They've really only had 5. And as you can see how long that blue thing is on the bottom there, it definitely isn't legit.
Okay.
Now, the funny thing is, I was digging. I did find a couple others like this, but they're obviously coming from the same person who's doing this embroidery. They just don't have the accurate logo. So if there is a tag that you didn't share, I'd be willing to see that. But I'm going to guess that this is one of those ones you got at a kiosk in an outdoor mall in Boston. That's my thought. And so, again, if NFL wanted to be come knocking, New England Patriots come knocking, they could tell eBay, hey, Charlotte's got an illegal hat. Have her pull it, please.
Okay.
Okay, wait a minute. There's a question for me in the chat. Yeah, I just do women's and men's, no punctuation. I think you could do woman and man.
Mm-hmm.
I think we do women and men, I think. I'll have to look because, of course, Kelly does all my listings. I don't type them anymore, so she does a good job. I know that much. All right, so this is cool as hell. This is the coolest thing you have in your store. I absolutely love this, and the fact that you were smart enough to put the little flicker candle in there to show how it lights up. Love it. Here's what's happening, though. You don't have enough light on it initially, and so you either need to have a little bit more light when you're originally taking the picture. Because here, just to give you an example, I look pretty good right now. This is not enough light, okay? And so if you don't have correct lighting, I suggest you get it. But in the meantime, you can do a little editing. So all I did was just brighten it up a smidge. Look at the right. Now, you don't want to oversell it. So don't brighten it up so fancy. You're like, woo! But I just clicked the autocorrect and it brought it to life. See how yours looks a little dull and mine looks a little like, ha.
Yes.
Now, that's one thing. Here's where we want to look at your shipping, okay? So this is a cool piece. And you have USPS Parcel Select Ground. Now, you're using calculated shipping, I can tell, because I'm going to show you two examples, to me and to my mom. So $8.40. I'm like, wait a minute, what would that cost priority to me? And I was just guessing. So I guessed a box that's 12 by 12 by 10, and this weighs 3 pounds. I could be way off. But look, the difference between slow, 8 days, and fast, 3 days, is 10 cents.
Right.
So you're hurting yourself because you're going to be lower in the list because you only got this slow option, and the difference is a dime. So for a dime, always
go up.
Now, I said, okay, but let's look if she's going to my mom in Ohio because it is a further distance, and let's see how the price changes. Okay, it's a tad more, but it's only 30 cents.
Still
So
close.
again, when they change our pricing for mail this year, I do believe, there is almost no reason for Parcel Select Ground anymore because why have it potentially take 8 days for 10 cents or 30 cents? You shouldn't ever really. So it's really a service that I don't see a reason for because the price is almost always identical. So you might as well go priority. It's 1 to 3 days. Customer's happy. You're better off in search. All that is good.
Will do.
All right. So what's this gentleman's first name?
Barack.
Yeah, where's that at?
It's not there.
Now, here's how search works. If someone says, I want a Barack Obama t-shirt because they typed his name, Barack Obama, yours won't come up because Barack's nowhere in this title.
Okay.
So you got to think about those things. So again, short sleeves, that's for your item specifics. You don't need that in your title. So Barack Obama for sure. You don't need black in your title. And it's got that little White House logo down here. You can put the White House too. Better keywords because short sleeve and black will be down here in item specifics. Now, these item specifics, oh, I see. Presidents and first ladies. You didn't go regular t-shirt. You went presidents and first ladies. I like that. That's different. So because of that, you won't have the automatic sleeve length color, but you did add color. You got t-shirt. So just do item specific custom and put sleeve length short.
Yeah.
That way you can get all those down there and you'll be all good. All right. What's Black Girl Magic?
A t-shirt is a slogan, a saying.
Right. But what is it?
If I'm missing something,
Well, I don't know what it is either. So a quick Google search tells me here's all I need to know about Black Girl Magic. So
Oh,
make sure you're doing some research because
okay.
Sean Thompson started it. So and she started based on something Michelle Obama said. So both those things would definitely be in my title because then she started this whole clothing line. So Black Girl Magic women's graphic t-shirt, black size XL. Again, get rid of graphic, get rid of the word size and black, and then work in the girl who created the hashtag and Michelle Obama.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah. So it's all about the research. You know, quick research told me everything. I never seen this before. I never didn't know this hashtag. So quick research. Now I know. Now it's on my radar. So that's what I like about doing these because things are on my radar that I didn't see before.
Yeah.
Okay. Deliverance is a normal word, luckily, because this truly isn't an item from Deliverance. I mean, it is, but it isn't. So again, whoever owns the right to the movie company could say, hey, this isn't an official thing. But Deliverance being a normal word kind of saves you there. But this one's been altered. Some might like that, some might not. But I just wanted to point out that full t-shirts here's the ones that eBay's showing us in your listing, $9.99 free shipping. So just be aware, just because you got something doesn't always mean it's worth it to put it up.
Okay.
And whatever I try to write in my note makes no sense. Yeah, and shipped with a U.S. priority. I'm guessing not. Okay, so here we go again. This is where my head was like, what? So this one you have, so this t-shirt weighs nothing because it's cut down to nothing. You have priority. First class is fine. You could have a priority option, but yeah, first class is fine. So yeah, you got to look at your t-shirts because they're all over. It's so weird. One's super slow, one's regular, one's fast. So yeah, t-shirts should all be very much uniform and that makes it quicker. You don't have to think about it. You go from one t-shirt to the next. They should stay all the same. Okay, y'all failed on Dexter. Let's see if anyone can pass this test. Okay, so you knew enough that he was a singer, but here's where you missed it. A singer for who? So anyone in the chat live right now on Friday night know who Les Claypool is the singer for. If my wife is watching, yes, honey, you can answer too, because I know it's your favorite band, and that's just a joke because she can't stand them. This would be her most unfavorite singer. So of all these shirts you picked up that someone altered, I like this one the best. We just got to get you a little better keywords because I think Les is a cool dude, and this is a cool piece. Boom. Linda's right there with it. Yep. Les Claypool's lead singer of Primus. So I would definitely get that in your title. That's where, so did you know he was a singer or did you Google it?
Googled a little. I didn't.
Okay. So you did Google it. So you would see if you Google it, okay, who's he sing for? Let's throw that in there. Now, I know this shirt doesn't say Primus, but this is the time when no one's going to be like, hey, now, you can't use Primus. Yeah, of course. He's the lead singer of Primus. Absolutely, I can use Primus. Look at that. Oh, see, Stacy said barf. And we did have a couple of Primuses. What's your prize? Oh, a big old hug, Linda.
Well, I got all of those crop tops in a lot, and they came with some other things I forget that I've already sold. Oh, the glasses, the shades were in the same lot with these shirts.
All right, so someone was kind of cool. I liked it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Les Claypool and Lennon too, and he does another one called the Frog Brigade, I think. But Primus is definitely the one you want to profile because it's the biggest band. All right, actually, let's end on that one. Okay, so I haven't sold a jersey in a while. However, when I do sell them, especially if it's of a player, and especially if that player is a huge celebrity, I would lead with a back photo.
Oh, okay.
Now, the other alternative is use the pic collage that I showed everyone how to use. Take both photos, make the back big, and maybe make the front small in the corner. So you, at least in the first picture, you got front and back.
Okay.
But yeah, when it's the name of a player, like if this was just a plain back, then no biggie. But if it's the name of a player, and if that player is a huge deal, and Gronk is, then I would definitely lead with the back. You don't need to capitalize his name. You didn't have Rob in your title, but you did have Rob. Oops, back to here. You did have Rob down here. Where'd he go? So that's good. You catch it. So if someone types Rob Gronkowski, you do have both parts of his name, and you're all good.
Okay.
Okay, and then shipping. Okay, here's where we go again. So you have USPS retail ground, super duper slow. Now, you and I live close, okay? And so you could ship this to me in a box for under $9.70. It'd be about $8 priority. And then if we switch it to my mommy, so we can, it's a better gauge when you can go further. Okay, you have 1735 US retail ground, 8 days. This would definitely fit in a medium flat rate priority box for $12.99.
Yeah.
So a customer who's going to want to spend money on a New England Patriots jersey for $70, they are going to pay attention to shipping. They're going to see you've got $17 economy shipping. Everyone else is shipping this for $13 priority. Okay, so don't take yourself out of the running because of shipping. Everything else is good. Pictures are good. Titles good. Item specifics are good. Let's get your shipping in order, and that way you'll be competitive. Because of course there's a lot of jerseys up, so you got to figure out a way to be competitive. Don't let your shipping be your downfall.
Okay.
Are you listening through the app or on the computer?
I'm both. It's easy for me to get it started on the app, and that's where I do my background removal. And then I go on the computer to do more fine tuning. Some things I can't find on my app that I can find on the computer.
Yep. So, like this background removal is perfect for this jersey. It's perfect. You don't lose shape and focus of what it is. I just think those edited shirts, the crop tops, you can't really tell because it looks almost full length because there's nothing to base it off of.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you have a female mannequin?
Yeah, in fact.
Okay. Like I said, let's do the Les Claypool. Take it on your mannequin and let's see it without cropping it out.
Okay.
All right. Now, yeah, some jerseys can be fitted in a padded flat rate. I don't want to put a blanket statement on that because, especially when you get to hockey, the way like this one would be fine, but the way the numbers are sewn on, I prefer to fold it nice into a flat rate box. Now, if this is just screened, the numbers and stuff, and there's nothing embroidered or sewn on, sure. But the second it starts to have structure to the letters and the numbers, then you want to make sure you're in a box.
Well, because that's 3X also in the numbers and all, it's too bulky for just that flat rate envelope.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying
Sure.
Medium flat rate box would be perfect. That's $12.99. And it gets there in 1 to 3 days. All right, let's end on a tiki mug that I had never seen before. I'm like, what? I didn't even know this tiki mug maker. So that's why I enjoy doing these because I'm like, oh, I learned a new maker tonight. Okay, so I'm like, I don't know Tiki Campese, so I'm going to go look him up real quick. And so I found out a couple things. First off, I found out his first name is Paul Tiki Campese. So there's a tiki mug and maker and tiki carver named Crazy Al, and everyone knows him as Crazy Al, but his full name is Crazy Al Evans. So when I sell his stuff, I'm definitely putting the full name in. And with just a quick Google search, I find out this is called Cyclop Alien Moai. So you're missing the one word that is what's going to have people find this. And when I'm talking about lighting, and I think maybe background removal might play a part in this. Look how different the green is in this eBay listing, Etsy listing compared to yours.
Yeah, I can see that now.
Okay. I feel this is closer to the real.
Right.
And so seeing this, it's almost like it's a different mug. That's how different it looks. So that's where you really got to focus on your lighting or the editing after. And so, yeah, so get his first name in there, get a little bit better of a picture, and get in that it is Cyclop Alien Moai.
Yeah. Okay.
But yay, thank you for teaching me a new mug maker. I don't know this one. I had not rolled across him. And then I started going down the rabbit hole. I was looking at his other stuff. I was reading all about him. So
Now you have a new friend.
I got somebody new to shop from. All right. So, but overall, your pictures look really nice. The flow of your store is super nice. And so these are just, as usual, with most of you guys, just fine tuning, just fine tuning. And also, I think we all get complacent. We've been doing it a long time. And until someone else looks at our stuff and goes, hey, this shipping looks out of whack, you might never even notice till someone says, hey.
Right.
And so that's the, see, look at that. My mom loves that mug too. So that's why I think I'm almost due for the second round where the people whose stores I just reviewed the last few months will do mine. So I look forward to seeing what you and the others have to say about my stuff. So we'll be getting that together relatively soon. All right. Well, thank you everybody for another Friday night store review. I will see who's next on the list and we will get them locked and loaded for next week. Join Mom and I this Sunday for Selling Past Your Expiration Date. First time I've ever doing this Sunday, and then Thursday Thrifty Business is going to be the same topic from two different angles, all about shipping, because I've had 3 things from major companies shipped to me in the last couple of weeks, and they were all horrible. We talk about us, we're small time sellers. I think most of us do it pretty good. I think I teach pretty well, but man, I've gotten 2 things this week from one was a multi-billion-dollar company that screwed up, and one was a company that ships millions of dollars of products, and my item was destroyed because they didn't ship it well. So Sunday, Mom and I are going to talk about a little bit about FedEx, a little bit about how to do your shipping rates on your items. And then Thursday, we're talking to Mark Levine from Bubble Fast on how to pack better. All right.
Okay.
I want everyone to ship well so you don't have your items show broken. It's just a bummer for the customer. Yep. Oh, way to go. So we'll end on this. Linda says, way to go, Charlotte.
Thank you.
So thank you, everybody. I'll see you on Sunday with me and Mom. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.